stupid.
Why are you not streaming to your Twitch?
What? Because it's not
shit.
mine.
I should be doing that too.
Good point.
Why aren't we doing that, Austin?
Because I don't think you can. You have to be the host of someone's.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Ivy.
Yay.
And I believe we are officially live on Facebook, Facebook. I'm an idiot. YouTube, which is wonderful. Meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone.
Hello, YouTube.
What was? Now hold on. That was a fun character, Austin. What is that?
That's one of the Beatles.
Which one?
Wait, big Beatles fan right here. What Beatle was it?
Yeah, which Beatle was that, Austin?
The fifth Beatle.
What was his name?
Okay.
Charlie.
I thought it was Pete Best.
I thought it was
No, okay, this was the original fifth Beatle.
Oh.
He choked on his barf in that German club and he died.
Whoa.
Not because he was drunk. He threw up on stage and tried to swallow it. And they
Ivy, your hair looks great.
Thank you. Thank you.
And with that, welcome to Okay So Like. Thank you everyone for joining. I didn't even do the funny bit. Adriana always does a fun bit where she's like, here's a topical thing, and then I'm Adriana. Well, it's my time to shine, baby. I get to do whatever I want. Like this. Look at this.
The watermark.
What?
There's a watermark.
There's not a watermark. Shut up.
It does have a watermark. You're dumb, bro.
Shut up.
God, dude.
Bro,
I hate this show.
all the images you find on the internet, you lazy.
No, fine. You know what, idiots? Okay, how about this one? Look at this. No watermark here. Okay. Or this one. We got people in the waiting room.
That's my girl right there.
The girl gremlin? Okay.
That's my girl.
Welcome to Okay So Like. I'm very excited because Adriana let me be in charge. So, oh God, we'll see what happens. Let's talk about the news. You guys why did you sigh like that?
We want to hear your take on the news.
Nothing says good like Ruben's take on the news. Here we go. Okay. So like it's loading. This will be good. Well, it's been a week since the inauguration, and it's great to see that the GOP has returned to bipartisan and normalcy. And oh, God damn it. My favorite is GOP congresswoman blamed wildfires on secret Jewish space laser because somewhere Michael Bay is like, I can make what? I can make a movie about what? God, secret Jewish space laser is my favorite Sufjan Stevens album. The state of Florida has offered to host the 2021 Olympics if Japan decides to back out amidst COVID-19 concerns, which is the international equivalent of a drunk groomsman offering to marry the bride if the groom dies. Grape nut cereal is in the middle of a shortage. Won't be available in stores until spring. Between this and Cloris Leachman dying, it's been a hard week on your grandpa. Oh boy, yeah. Look, it's Ruben, everyone. Okay, look, I got ahead of the joke. No one else can say it. I do look like that rat. A study revealed that naked mole rats communicate with accents distinct to their colony and use it to discriminate outsiders. So I'd check under the Capitol. There might be some stragglers left. I'll be honest, for the longest time, I thought these two guys on the side were the same guy. And then I was like, wait, there's two of them? I also love that this guy over here in the red hat brought his work ID to this. Like,
why is he wearing his hood like that?
Well, honestly, Austin, that kind of looks like something you would do. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Austin.
From Vine.
That is the kid
from SoundCloud rapper.
God, he really went downhill.
Yeah.
Oh.
Any kid that was on YouTube before the age of 10 is a reactionary now.
Okay, well, don't want to talk about my past. New pictures have emerged of Kristen Stewart portraying Princess Diana in an upcoming film. Kristen Stewart playing such a tragic figure will be interesting. Although I always thought the most tragic figure in the Twilight series was the audience. Look, I didn't write these. They're good, but I can't take credit. GameStop has been in the headlines this week due to Redditors banding together to short stock in the company. I don't know much about stocks, but I figure GameStop stock isn't as valuable if it's not in its original case. I think it's going to be wild when people try and sell their GameStop stock. Like it's just going to tank and they'll be like, but I bought it for $100. What do you mean it's only $4? And it's like, that's GameStop, baby. Thank you, everyone. That's been the opening monologue. Are you guys ready for your first comic?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm very excited for your first comic. Your first comic is a very good friend of mine. And I love that both people in the room both lit up that were like, is it me? I'm not sure which one it is. Well, let's get as vague as possible. Your next comic is a very good friend of mine, is shorter than me, has facial hair, and is known for their very specific hairstyle. Give it up for BMO.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Maddie, what's up? Tara, Ivy, what's going on? You guys doing great? I'm fucking BMO, aka Scrawny Depp, aka Wax Sparrow, or Community College Robert Downey Jr., aka Phony Stark. I think my newest favorite, though, with the facial hair is Latino Logic.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. I like that one. Actually, my new favorite is Post Chemo Ruben. I'm pretty sure that's my favorite one. Now, I think that's my favorite nickname.
You'll get better eventually, buddy. We're pulling through for you.
I'm
Ruben
trying,
is
man.
emo.
And no, just don't adjust your camera. This isn't like a new state-of-the-art wireless mic. This is just bad choices right here on my lip. Do it for charity. You guys having a good day so far? You guys doing all right? Having a good night? Huh? Anybody? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm fucking mad, actually, to be honest. I'm fucking pissed. Like this shelter in place bullshit getting lifted. God damn it. I liked being in my fucking house. I had to go back to work today. Fucking actually for my money for once. Fuck this shit. I don't know about you guys. You guys might have had a bad year, but I fucking love 2020. It was my fucking favorite year. Like, first of all, right out the gate, they gave me that fucking 1,200 stimmy check. Are you kidding me, man? $1,200 out the gate. I'm a freaking comedian, man. $1,200 is like 6 or 7 years worth of salary. Like in 2019, I made negative dollars in comedy. So considering the fact I got $1,200 right away, I don't know how to do the math on that. I don't know how many percentage points negative dollars to 1,200 is, fucking, but it's a lot. I was a happy boy. And then unemployment, normally $450 a week would have been great for me, but it was $1,000 a week for like 6 months, and I didn't even have to tell them why I didn't have a job. I was just like, fucking Corona, bitch, and they just gave you the money, dude. My fucking Google searches changed so much when I got all that money. Like Pornhub was fucking all but gone. I was like researching fucking Roth IRAs and shit like that. Like I actually went to my friend who was a financial advisor because all I heard is this Roth IRA shit was like the shit to do, right? So I went to my financial advisor friend. I was like, hey, dude, I need to buy a Roth IRA. Like, here's my money. He's like, okay, cool. What stocks do you want to put in it? And I was like, I just want to buy a Roth IRA. I don't want stocks. And if you don't think that joke's funny, you're broke as shit, just like me. I found out hella hardcore. You got to buy stocks to put in that shit. And I was like, that's not how it works at all. But yeah, man, I'm fucking pissed. I fucking liked being at home and fucking making sourdough bread and fucking blood orange frosting cookies and kumquat marmalade and shit like that. Yeah, man. Fucking A. I know what marmalade is now. Do you guys fucking I thought marmalade and fucking jelly and jam are all the same shit. You guys know what the difference between fucking marmalade and jam is?
No.
Can't marmalade your cock down somebody's throat.
I hate you.
Oh.
Can't believe that we all didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. You know, I'm a Twitch streamer now. That's cool. Yeah, don't clap. So that means I'm really striving to never get pussy ever again. Doing a great job. I mean, I'm a comedian, a Twitch streamer. It's everything my fiance dreamed of. I'm pretty sure all I need to do now is put out an album on SoundCloud and I'll have the fucking trio. That thing will be dried up. Jesus. All right, cool. Love you guys too. I know I do have the idea to make some money though. You know, I live in Silicon Valley. You got to have an inventive mind, right? So I took a lot of medicine the other day, and I was starting to like think about some crazy ideas. And I'm sitting in my room, and I got the idea. I'm gonna invent the Nuva ring light. Okay, just trust me, man. Like, trust me. You tell me fucking guys can't find the G spot. You put a nice fucking ring light in there. You can see whatever the fuck is going on. You can find all the little places. No, you guys don't think that would work? I don't know. I think that's a fucking good one. The Nuva ring light is fucking here to stay. I just wrote that right now, but I'm gonna work on it. But I swear it's gonna happen. Cheers. You guys drinking anybody? Just cheers to everybody. Fucking, we made it. We could go outside, kinda. It's been great. Everybody knows everyone's got friends that are passive aggressive, but does anybody have friends that are aggressively passive? Fucking no, nobody. Like fucking, I got a friend who will text me in all lowercase no matter what. Fucking holidays, fucking proper nouns, cities, all the things that are supposed to be, all the things that your phone will absolutely capitalize for you will lowercase. How fucking aggressive do you have to be? And what's funny is that dude too, when you talk to him in real life, you're like, hey man, what's going on? He's like, how you doing, man? I'm doing great. Fucking good. Yeah, fucking talking like fucking Shaq with a fucking higher pitch voice and shit. Aggressively passive. I'll work on that one too. Do you guys wait, how much do I have a clock? Oh shit, that's not even that long. How much time I got, Ruben?
A minute. I sent it to you in a private message.
No, you didn't.
Look at the
chat.
chat.
I do. Shit. Okay, cool. Well, let me get to it then. So 2020 actually was a pretty good year for me. It was the first year in 10 years that I did not have a seizure. Actually, that's true. That is true. I'll take a half a clap for that. That was a good one. And I tell you that only to garner some sympathy for this next joke that I'm going to tell you. I figure it's time. It's time. Do you guys know that Kobe Bryant's coming out with a book?
Oh god.
They didn't want to put it out right away. They didn't want to put it out right away, but now it's time. It's called Kobe's Guide to Helicopter Parenting.
Fuck you.
What an asshole.
I mean, sales really took a nosedive right out the gate.
Fucking God.
What an asshole.
They
What
got a
piece of
mountain
shit.
of expectations to get over. Things really crashed and burned. You know, the Lakers won a championship. Come on, what's the statute of limitations on a joke like that? I mean, Jesus, fucking A. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I
God,
think that's my time, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Give it up to BMO. Oh my gosh, BMO. What kind of disgusting monster would write a joke like that?
Ruben Escobedo. He wrote
I
that
wrote
joke.
that
everybody.
joke for
Yay.
you. I literally was like, hey, I can't say this ever. Do you want it? And he was like, yeah.
Now, tell the whole truth though. All those little add-ons
The
at the end,
tags,
those
the
are
tags
me.
are all you. The tags are all you.
God damn it.
Oh,
BMO.
nosedive. That's the best. Nosedive is the best.
BMO, thank you for coming to Okay So Like. I'm gonna ask you the question I ask all the guests. I ask every guest this question on Okay So Like. Which of the Chipmunks and Alvin and the Chipmunks do you most relate to?
Fuck, dude. I mean, I'm an Alvin kind of guy, man.
I
I'm
think
a
you're an
fucking-
Alvin, dude.
I'm an Alvin, dude. I'm always getting yelled. My mom was always yelling at me for me. I'm definitely the troublemaker of my group. And all 7 people that are here know that because they know me personally. So if you haven't experienced it directly, you've definitely heard the rumors, and they're all true.
Can I just say, BMO, that of all the guests we've had on the show that I've asked that, everyone's always like, I'm a Theodore. But you're like, you're like, I'm an Alvin, and everyone's like, he's an Alvin.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're like, there's nothing wrong with being an Alvin. I think Theodore's the boring one. I think Theodore's the safe choice.
I got
It's
the
like,
Simon glasses, but I'm an Alvin at heart, man.
Oh,
I'm the-
you are
I got the
100%
Simon decoy
Alvin.
on right now.
I love that you're covering your hair like no one can know you're bald. Is it?
Bro, I just got out of treatment, bro. It's fucking sensitive.
I
Don't-
hate
don't
you.
talk about it.
I have some
Tara's still
questions.
shaking her head at that one. She likes that one.
I did what I did. What I did is I brought our guests to Instagram. I brought some Instagram stories to see, hey, what do people want to know about them? A lot of people, Bima, wanted to know about cooking. They wanted me to talk to you about meat. because you and I both very much like to cook meat. Like specifically, like you make bacon.
I make bacon and I
you-
cook a lot of steak. I cook a lot
Yeah,
of
you have
steak.
a whole recipe that and I've begged you. I've literally begged you. I've offered to pay you for it. You will not tell me what goes into the recipe. And I will
Nope.
just say it is some of the best bacon I've ever had.
Yeah, I started it. Started making it maybe 6 years ago. I started bringing it downtown San Jose, giving it out to. You'd make a cookie sheet of this shit, and then you can't eat all of it. So I'd go and give it to friends and stuff, and then finally a coffee shop asked me to start selling it to them so they could sell it. And then next thing, BMO Bacon was born. And actually, there's two people that know the recipe, and somebody did pay me enough money to get the recipe from me.
What's
There is
enough
a number.
money? What's
Huh?
a number? What's the number?
I'm not going to discuss it.
Is the number 3 digits?
I'm not going to discuss it.
Is it 1 digit? What if I now
Ruben, just think of it this way: if it was 1 digit, you could afford it, and I would have given it to you.
Yeah, that is fair. I was gonna say, Bimo, I do have a Dogecoin I can sell you.
Oh my god!
I bought 87 cents of it.
Well, that's good. It'll probably be worth 18 cents by the time you sell it.
Yeah. No, Bima, what is your favorite thing? Like, well, besides the bacon, besides the steak, like the stuff that you like almost get like, contracted to cook. What's your favorite thing to cook? Just like if you go, Bimo comes home and he has everything he could ever want in his kitchen. He gets to make exactly what he wants. He gets to have the most fun time. What does he want to make?
Well, it is. I mean, it's gonna be a steak. I'm definitely gonna. I like ribeyes, so big fat bone in ribeye. I love grilled bok choy, and I make a really really good kind of chili sesame soy sauce type of a marinade for the bok choy, and then I make a purple sweet potato mash with caramelized shallots and a Gouda sauce. That's my jam. If I could make that, I'd make that every day.
And now I speak for everyone in the chat when I say, fucking prove it.
No
we all will take that. I don't know if anyone has food restrictions, but guess what? You're gonna eat that because it sounds amazing.
Well, once they let us back out and we can have functions like that, I'll make you that, Ruben.
Bimo, somebody did leave a question in the responses. It says, ask him if he's ever thought about it with a kiss face. That's what they, I don't know. You can ask Ryan Goodcase what that means. Ask Ryan Goodcase. Ask him if he's ever thought about it with a kiss emoji.
Oh, with Good Case? Absolutely. I've definitely thought about it. Are you kidding me, dude? All day, dude. If I was gay or a girl, Good Case would be my jam, dude. Are you kidding me, bro?
Really?
He looks.
Yeah. I think Austin, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. He looks. I would never have to worry about him fucking going out on me. He'd be out there grinding, dude. Are you kidding me? Those khakis, bro? Ooh, fucking damn, dude. I'm all about it.
I do have a Good Case story, and I've told Good Case this story, but we were in Whitney.
Hey, that's a good thing to do during my interview. Let's talk about Ryan Goodcase more.
Fuck off. Whitney and I were in Florida, and she was like watching YouTube, and there was this ad for Bed Bath and Beyond, and she was like, "Don't you know this guy?" And I was like, "I do know that guy. That's Ryan Goodcase. Why are we getting an ad for him in Florida?" Let's ask Bimo more dumb shit. Hey, who's your favorite co-producer?
Austin.
Fuck you.
Thanks.
No, I mean, everybody here probably doesn't know that you and I run Pick Your Poison together.
What?
Yeah, we do.
There are other people in the audience besides Tara and Ivy. Thank you.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I want to hear from Kai how they liked my Kobe joke.
I think there's a reason their camera and mic are not on. I think they have. Kai,
Hey,
what
how
did you
did you
think?
guys like that one?
Fuck off, BMO.
Yeah.
Yay!
There was-
Love it.
There was like a tiny chortle of dismay.
A chortle. I'll take a chortle.
Tiny
take a
chortle
chortle.
of dismay is what Christine calls Brian's penis. So that's good.
Hey, Ruben, that's so funny. That picture that you brought up of the rat, that was actually is what my penis looks like. That was a spot on match, dude.
Hey, you. His teeth and whiskers. See a doctor immediately. We're
It's not
telling you.
supposed to have those things.
No, that's not normal, BMO.
I'm glad I didn't get any dick jokes, especially not jokes about foreskin. I don't want to tell jokes about foreskins. They're dirty,
Don't.
useless, and always go over somebody's head.
Don't. Yep. See, I know when you start to do a bit in the middle of a conversation, and I always catch it, and I'm always pissed off because you don't stop. You keep going. You're like, oh, I'm gonna do the whole thing.
Plus, if you have one, you're usually overly sensitive.
Fuck you. I hate you, BMO.
And there's some odd pride about it for some reason too.
I hate you, BMO.
I'm so glad this is on YouTube. I can't wait to send this to my mom.
BMO, pretend this isn't me asking. What's your favorite thing about doing Pick Your Poison?
Honestly, I think it's like game time. It's like running the show. Like I genuinely think the part of like being at whatever venue we're at, hustling, trying to communicate to all the comics, talking to Jim to take pictures, whoever the venue is. I mean, it's like Tara, knows this. We're running around like crazy, sound checks, sending messages last minute. That's game day for me. And I think what's been cool for doing them at the stadium was like, there was actually some kind of like, I don't know how to say this without sounding sexual, but release, so to speak, by getting to run out at halftime and act like a maniac. Like, because it's so like, we're so full of energy, like we're like so wound up, but being able to have that like halftime show and just fucking run out like a madman and fucking that's my favorite. Like game day itself, like all the other shit is fucking so hard, making flyers, fucking promote it, all the shit, all that grind stuff. I genuinely fucking hate every single second of that.
Agreed.
But game day makes it worth it, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's I would fully agree, man. And I think no matter the venue, you and I always have fun doing the show.
4 venues deep, baby.
Well, do we count the internet?
Yes, I'm counting the internet. That's a venue, goddammit.
Well, no, because I kind of forgot that we've done 2 Zoom because I was like, well, no, 5. No, we are 4 venues deep. This is the first time we're repeating a venue, right?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
That's weird.
That is weird.
First time we're repeating a venue is the internet.
And I don't know, Tara, are we ever going to get to do Pick Your Poison or comedy shows maybe at San
Don't
Jose,
put her
guys?
on the spot. Don't put her on the spot.
No, we sure are. I already talked about it.
Okay, so she just out and said yes, we are gonna be
You
bringing.
think I would
shows.
put her on the spot if I didn't know the
Next
answer to
part.
that question, you asshole? I wouldn't do that. Come on, man. Don't
Well,
break down the fourth wall so
Is
early.
this,
I mean,
no, but I'm saying, is this the reveal that we're doing? Is this the reveal that it's like, yeah,
we
we're
just
bringing-
don't know when, so shut up.
I
Coming
don't
soon.
know when. Yeah, I didn't
Coming
say
soon.
when.
We're bringing shows that aren't Pick Your
Back.
Poison to the Giants Stadium. There it is.
So glad we're promoting Okay So Like. So every Friday.
It's this show. It's this show. It's
Yeah.
this exact show. We're gonna do a talk show in the middle of a baseball field. It'll go great.
That Kobe joke would do great, don't you
Shut
think?
up. Nope. No one likes that.
Tara? Mute.
BMO, final question.
Okay.
If you could book any, like, let's say the other 4 comics are booked on Pick Your Poison, okay? And you have a magical time machine where you can book any comic, alive or dead, on Pick Your Poison. Who's the final comic you book?
Alive or dead?
You have I say BMO, I got a magic time machine, and we can bring up in
Oh
anybody,
my God.
and at any point in their career.
Okay, I think this is gonna surprise some folks. If I could have any comedian, I don't know that this is Pick Your Poison relevant, but if I could get any comedian to perform on one of my shows at their peak, it's Cat Williams at his peak.
Really?
Cat Williams, to me, those 2 specials that he did were literally the most
agree.
energetic. Like, I mean, the only thing is, like, if you can get past the fact that he says the N-word 5,758 times, like in a half-hour span, the energy level is insane. And even though I haven't been able to do that, I think he is more who I'd want to emulate as a comic than anybody.
Well, you probably shouldn't say the N-word even once.
I won't.
So,
Don't worry.
BMO, I literally set it up for you to say me, and you didn't. So give it up for BMO one more time, everyone.
Why would I say you?
Okay, are you guys ready for your next comic?
Yay.
Yeah.
One person, yeah. Guys, your next comic, very good friend of mine. Actually, I would say one of my best friends. And last time I said that, he looked at the camera like, what? Why did he say that? Because I like to put him on the spot, and I like to make him feel uncomfortable right before he's about to go on stage. Give it up for Austin Blaylock.
Thank you. When you said best friend, I thought you were gonna say Ivy. Wow. I was like, why does he keep calling her a boy? That's so weird.
I hate you.
Okay, so I would like to answer Ruben's question. Which comic would you book, alive or dead? I used to run a show called Super Stacked with a couple of my good friends, and I would book Bill Cosby, but he would be dead. I think that would be pretty cool. Second choice, it would be Ruben. I would finally book Ruben on Super Stacked, but he would be dead. It'd be a big attraction. Very cool. Very cool. Man, I love doing comedy, man. Even like this, I miss doing it like out in the open, but I'll take this, man. It's nice. It's nice to be able to do this and talk to people. I don't really talk to people as much as I used to. I especially don't talk to my dad as much because it was an election year this year, so it was just impossible. The man, I think we were like 5 minutes of conversation away from him explaining QAnon to me and why it's actually true. And you know what? I crave a fatherly figure and attention so bad. I think I might have listened. I think I might have been like, okay, well, if this makes him like me, maybe we're in. You know, what are you gonna do? My dad, I don't think it's like surprising that he thinks any of that stuff. My dad, hardline conservative guy. I am not. I don't really I don't really think he had too much of a choice in that though. For like my dad, for the first 10 years of my life, was a touring country musician. Is anyone in the chat a fan of country music at all? We got one person that rocks. For those of you guys who are not fans of country music, I understand why. People my whole life have come up to me and been like, hey, Austin, did you know that country music is for stupid people? As if I hadn't heard. And I think that that's kind of unfair, and that's just because country music is really simple. As a not fan of it, I've really distilled it down to its pure essence, and that is really the fact that country music only has 2 types of songs. Song number 1, that song is sung by a man, and that song goes, I love my gun, dog, truck, beer, or friends. Song number 2, that song's sung by a woman, and that song goes, I'm gonna fucking murder my husband. Those are the only 2 types of songs that they have. Those 2 things feel related, you know. Very cool. No, I'm not a fan of country music, so I tried to really rebel against that, and be my own person. And so I got into the only other type of music that was invented purely by white people, and that is screamo, hardcore, emo music. I don't know if you guys have heard. It's a uniquely white genre. Very cool. Very cool. It's and it really, I think, I'm very thankful that I had that because I grew up in the suburbs. I am a white person. I'm a white boy who grew up in the suburbs, I should say, specifically. And so when I hit the age of 12, I became inexplicably angry at everything all the time for no reason. Just really full of rage at I think maybe lack of problem. And so I think the hardcore music scene, heavy music kind of gave me somewhere to place all of that. I think that's where this music really comes from. And it tries to make that stuff all really positive, but the music definitely, I think, especially in a live setting, sends a very mixed message. I don't know if you guys have heard the music before, but if you haven't, it's a bunch of songs where a guy is just screaming and then it's over. The whole song, they all sound like that. So if you listen to one, you've heard them all. But I would go to these shows and the bands would be on stage and the vocalist would be there. People would be moshing, going crazy. Between songs, they would say stuff like, we just want to let you guys know that every single one of you matters and you are all valued, and don't let anyone ever make you feel less than or not safe. This is a safe space for everyone. This is a community. All right, this is our last song. I want to see you fucking kill someone. Okay, which one is it? I guess. I feel like you're telling me one thing, the music's telling me another, they'd be on stage and they'd be like, we just want all of our female fans in the audience to know that you have just as every right to be here as a boy, and we want you to feel safe and valued and respected in the audience. All right, this next song is called "Fucked with a Knife," and it was like, oh, okay. Well, I don't know if they got the message, man. Like, Christ, you could have picked any other song. Do you have a slow one? Maybe one? Like, no, they don't. No wonder we're all so mad. I was also straight edge back then. I was in the straight edge hardcore scene. I told that to someone recently who is straight edge. I am not straight edge anymore. For those involved, if you're straight edge, that means that you don't have any fun at all. It's the whole point. You don't smoke nothing. They're all very upset all the time. I told someone, oh, I used to be straight edge, and he is straight edge, and he said, if you're not edge now, then you never were. And I said, thank God I can stop telling people that I used to be straight edge then. It's embarrassing. You should be humiliated by this. This is insane. It rocks. I have 7 brothers. That's very cool. My brothers are all very different from me. We're very different people. All of my brothers are all very masculine, kind of macho guys. And I sound and look like this. I'm the only one that came out different. Like I look like if Johnny Depp never tried coke and like just made artisanal wind chimes or something. Like it. Not my favorite look. Me and my brothers were such different people, man. I remember like my older brother. My oldest brother, bless his soul, he has a child now. He's a cute little kid and everything. I can't believe he was allowed to have a child. And it's because there's one moment of his life that really like lingers in my brain still. And that is one time we were in my dad's van. He was driving us to Home Depot when we were kids. And it's when R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet had just come out. My brother's 2 years older than me. He was a fresh teenager. We were riding in the car, and the song is like halfway through. It comes on. They say, like, this is the premiere of this song. Song's playing. And my dad, being a country musician and a racist, was like, what kind of bullshit music is this? And he reached over to turn it off. And my brother in the front seat grabbed his hand and said, wait, I want to know how it ends.
Oh, no.
And I was like, we're different people. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, he stays in the closet, I guess. Who knows? Like, he goes to jail. That's how this ends. Like, it very wild. My sweet older brother. He also just told me he's getting into forging his own swords. So that's, he told me that and I was like, okay, like, fine, why not? I guess it's awesome. One thing like I said, I have 7 brothers. Growing up with 7 brothers means you can literally get away with like whatever you want, purely because your family just does not have the staff to keep up with you. Like there was just too many. We outnumbered them at that point. They were like, just fucking go, please go. And I like for example, we had one really big rule when we were growing up, which is that we were not allowed to play in our front yard because it was too dangerous. And so I would play in the front yard like every single day because I was really cool. And one day I was out there, I was all alone. I was like 7 years old. And some man just walked up to me and was like, hey, I work for Dreyer's Ice Cream. And we just came out with a new flavor of ice cream. Do you want to try it? And I went, hell yeah, dude. Like, hell? And that dude was like, oh, okay, well, the ice cream is at my apartment, so you'll have to go with me to my apartment to get it. And then I went with that dude to his apartment, and he gave me the ice cream, and he just let me go. Like, I met the world's only, like, catch and release predator, Like, the dude was not in it for the love of children, but for the love of the sport only. Like, truly, man. Like, I like to imagine his hallways were just like lined with pictures of him wearing all camo, like kneeled next to a kid eating ice cream. Like, thumbs up, I got another one. Like, this one had glasses. I thought he'd be smart. Nope. Like, fucking.
Oh my God.
Unreal, man. Unreal. You know what's really funny is I brought that ice cream home, I remember, and I woke my dad up. He was on the couch and I was like, Dad, dude, some guy gave me ice cream. And my dad threw it away. And I was like, Dad, I put my virginity on the table for this ice cream. Like, fucking kidding me? Like, so I never even got to find out how it tasted. Anyway, that's been my time. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it up for Austin Blaylock, everyone. He deserves it. Austin, I ask everyone this question. Everyone that comes on the show, I ask them the same first question. Which of the Chipettes would you have sex with?
None of them. They're all kids and they're all animals.
Now that's fun because I have texts from you that prove otherwise.
I said, if I had to, it would be the blue one with glasses.
Now define had to.
Dave has a gun to my head. And he's not screaming Alvin.
He's like, if you don't have sex with one of the Chipettes, I'll kill you.
Yeah, and I go, then you're gonna have to kill me. And then he puts the gun to his head and says, then I'm gonna kill myself. And I don't want anyone to get hurt, so I do it.
Wait, you value Dave's life more than your own?
Yeah, man, it's called being selfless.
But Dave isn't real.
Okay, well, in this scenario, he is. This isn't unfair, but you keep adding rules.
Hey, Austin, I got a couple audience questions here for you.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
Chonkla Gladiator on Instagram. I don't know who that is. She says, what is Gus's favorite food? And to clarify for the audience, Gus is the child you keep locked in your basement.
Yeah, it's this little fat kid named Gus.
Austin, I want you to feed me.
Stop.
Feed me lamb, Austin.
Stop. Gus is my cat's name, and he really likes this wet dog food. That's lamb. It's a lamb kelp stew, and he goes like ape shit for it.
Can I ask you a question that is not a joke? This is me not knowing anything about animals.
Sure.
You can feed a cat dog food?
Not for a prolonged period of time, because usually it doesn't have taurine added to it, which is something that cats need and dogs do not.
Isn't that what's in energy drinks?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Taurine, right? Taurine, yeah. I'm not insane here. Like
amino acid, and dogs can make it themselves in their body. Cats cannot, which is why a cat is an obligate carnivore and a dog is not.
You're a fucking nerd.
Okay.
Second audience question from @RyanGoodcase. Ask him if he's mad at me.
Yes.
That's fair.
Yeah. Did he really?
@RyanGoodcase. Ask him if he's mad at me.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's talk about Ryan Goodcase during another interview.
Yeah, sure.
I like how he's weaseled his way onto this goddamn show and he's not even here.
Yeah, I'd toss him around.
Damn, really? I would think he would have been the top in our relationship.
You think Ryan would be?
Oh yeah, he's quietly aggressive. I can see it in his eyes.
Yeah, but he's still so scrawny.
Yeah, dude, he's scrappy, bro. Abe Lincoln was scrawny too, man. I don't know, dude. He looks
Abe Lincoln was also 6'9".
Ryan Goodcase has like a brunette fucking Edward Norton thing going on if he just took off the glasses, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's mentally unstable.
Bang, bang, the Ryan Goodcase roast.
Okay, so Austin, another question. Why are we friends?
I mean, you keep texting me, man.
Fair
I need
enough.
a fourth in Fortnite.
Yeah. We do play Fortnite together. That is not a
have a lot
joke.
of fun.
There's
I
two
make fun
adult
of you a
men.
lot. You are a good friend of mine. So.
Yeah. I did have another question that I was going to ask, and now I genuinely forgot it.
Oh, awesome.
Oh no, I remember what it was. This is something a lot of people don't know about you, and it sounds like I'm about to do a bit or make fun of you, and I'm genuinely not. You're good at impressions.
Thank you.
You're genuinely good at impressions.
Prove it.
That's embarrassing.
No, and again, I don't mean to like.
Prove it.
One of my favorite ones that you do is Kermit.
I do a really good Kermit the Frog. Yes.
Now let me turn into Adriana for a sec. Can we speak to Kermit?
Oh, okay. Like it's a split personalities thing.
Yeah.
All right, let me give them the light. Hi, Ruben. It's me, Kermit. I'm here. I'm really happy to be on. Okay, so like, I'm really
I really like this show. I think it's really fantastic.
Hey, Kermit, I have a quick question for you, Kermit.
Yeah, go ahead.
If
Why
you don't
didn't-
look, it's trippy. If you don't look at the screen, it's really weird.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Did you just hear me talking to Kermit?
Yeah, no,
No, if you just hear
go ahead,
if you
go
just hear it and don't see Austin's face, it's really trippy. You should try it.
Kermit, I have a question for you.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Shoot, Ruben.
Why did 9/11 happen?
Well, let's just say I'm a little suspicious there was no Jews in the tower that day.
Wait, Kermit, what are you talking about?
You know, all the Jewish people, they got the call saying, "Don't go to work today." Don't go.
I
to
don't
work
think that's accurate, Kermit. I do not
No,
think that is accurate.
That is true. That is true.
Where did you, Kermit? Where did you see that?
Well, yeah, you know, you have to dive deep, pretty deep to find it because they do control the media.
Okay, Kermit, you cannot say these things. Kermit.
Pretty sure I can. We have free speech here, and my Parlor account would say that.
Okay, no. All right, I don't want to talk. I don't want
It
to.
on Parlor now.
I don't want to talk to Kermit anymore.
It's my account. You can see at Kermit, but it's spelled with a Q instead of a K.
Okay, I don't want to talk to you anymore now. Bye, bye, Kermit.
Kermit Rittenhouse. Go look it up.
I don't like you, Kermit Rittenhouse.
It's a pretty good impression.
It's a very good impression.
Thank you.
Oh.
My favorite thing is that literally okay, jet fuel can't melt. Oh, hold on. Can we hear Kermit say jet fuel can't melt steel beams?
All right. Okay, and I'll do a response for Miss Piggy also.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, you know, jet fuel, it can't melt steel beams. And then she goes, "Oh, Kermit."
Hi-ya!
That's what she
She's-
sounds. It's pretty good.
It's unfortunately both of those are very good.
I've been Miss Piggy for a long time.
Austin,
I thought you were just gonna sing Rainbow Connection. I don't
no,
know.
he's gonna talk about QAnon conspiracy.
Hermit with a Q is the most fire thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, thanks. He was trying to storm the Capitol, but small.
At least he could just hop over the fence.
He thinks the real puppet is the government.
Oh man, thank you for saying I'm good at impressions, though. I appreciate that.
No, yeah, I mean, I it's funny too because Austin and I consistently harass and make fun of each other, and I think there are people who think that we genuinely do not like each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, people in your Twitch stream think that we hate each other. There are people who have bullied me on your Twitch stream because they think that I'm harassing you. And no, but I would say, yeah, you are probably one of my best friends in life, but also in comedy. And I've told Austin the story, but I do like to tell the story is that one of the first sets I ever did, I got on stage and I felt like it was okay. And I was like, yeah, all right. And then when I got off, Austin actually went up after me. It was at an open mic and Austin referenced my set. And at that moment I was like, the comic after me made a joke about my set and it landed, which means that what I said was memorable. And it like pushed me to like do more. And so I always like to tell that story because I do genuinely appreciate Austin as a friend, but also as a comic. He is very funny and a very good dude.
It's very cool that you can attribute a successful joke that I had in my set as being like an accolade of yours, like an accomplishment
Yeah.
of yours.
Yeah. And Austin, one final question before we move on. One final question is why aren't you allowed around schools anymore?
God damn it.
I legally have to bring it up. I'm sorry. You know the whole.
Yeah, because this is like me moving into a new neighborhood. and stuff.
Yeah.
It sucks that every year on Halloween I move into a new neighborhood and I go in a costume door to door and I knock and I go like, hey, just so you know.
But why?
That's just not true. I don't want that vibe put out there. I'm gonna squash that now. I'm good at impressions. Not gross.
Well,
Not gross.
as far as we know. Give it up for one more time for Austin Blaylock, you guys.
Great job, Austin.
Hey, now is the time of the show where I beg for money on Adriana's behalf. If you like what you're seeing tonight, please, we want to pay these comics. So here's the Venmo. I know it's my show's name, but Venmo me anyways. Venmo these comics. We're gonna give it out to them. There, it all goes to them. Obviously, right now during Corona, they can't go do real shows. They can't go do outdoor shows. I'm already getting Venmo requests or Venmo notifications. Thank you, everyone. That's amazing. But yeah, make sure that you give them some love, because this is what a lot of them do for work and for stuff like that. And hey, if you're watching on YouTube, the Venmo is at PYP Comedy. So the letters PYP Comedy. I know you can't see the chat on YouTube if you're watching at a later date. And if you are watching at a later date, you're watching this as a VOD, make sure to donate to the Venmo and then do the date, do OSL and the date 129. So even in a later time, we can still give these comics that money. If you're watching at a later time and you like what you saw.
You're telling me we get royalties on this shit?
Yeah. And, well, Austin needs to pay his legal fees. Are you guys ready for your final comic?
I owe the Henson Company so much money.
Guys, your final comic tonight. A very funny lady, very wonderful lady. Give it up for Ivy Cordova.
Good to see everybody. Let me get gallery view because it's weird to just look at my face because I do that all the time anyway. That's my hair. Oh my god. Yes. I feel like one of those YouTuber girls. Hey guys, welcome back. A lot of you have been asking jack shit. I hate influencers. Okay. I don't have a ton of like political material, but I feel like I should say something about this administration. Like, I know some people had feelings about Joe Biden. I think prior, even while he was running, they're just like, he sniffs people's hair. He has no respect for personal space. He sniffs people's hair. Like, he can't be around. Honestly, I would have let Joe Biden sniff my son's hair if it meant Democrats getting control of the Senate. We all have to take one for the team. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'll go after you. You just gotta be a man, Jake. Be a man. Do it for all of us. I don't mind. Like, it's just, I feel it's awesome that he is president. Like, I feel so much safer under this administration for multiple reasons. I feel like the previous administration, I feel like they empowered people to openly be racist and horrible, especially towards Asians after the pandemic started. And it feels good to know that under the current administration, if I go out and get my ass beat, it's not going to be for being Asian, it's for being a bitch. So that makes me feel good about going outside, make going outside great again. I also got to say, man, like this last administration, it made it really hard for me to date white guys. And I'm not going to be that person that's bagging on white dudes all night long because, for fear of enforcing a stereotype, I am an Asian woman that loves me some white men. I like all sorts of men, but I really love me some white men because I feel like there's certain things in dating that I can only do with a white guy, like medieval times. Has anybody here ever been to medieval times?
Hell yeah.
Okay, see, I have not. I have wanted to go to medieval times ever since I got fingered at the Renaissance Fair.
Oh my god.
And I don't feel like that's something I can do with another person of color, what it comes down to is I just want to be on the opposite end of cultural appropriation for a fucking change. Like, is that instead of a white guy pretending he knows how to use chopsticks, I can pretend to be a Viking and rob him. Just villager house, bitch. I do have a white type. My white type is kind of bearded, flannel, dad bod. I think there's a guy in the audience. Yo, Maddie, is it Maddie B. Raps?
Yeah, it's
I never like him. That's my fucking white boy type. And sorry. And here's the thing. 10 years ago, that prototype would have been Seth Rogen, right? But after January 6th, now I have the additional burden of having to make sure that they're not a fucking Proud Boy. I was so upset watching the Capitol get stormed, for reasons other than, national security. It just looked like my entire Tinder match from like Russian people. I mean, terrible. Yeah, I am actually quarantined. I have been quarantined here with my entire family. I'm a single mom. I've got a 13-year-old son, and our relationship, we're basically just walking around the house trying not to catch each other jerking off. We're at that stage of his life. And you know, I had a feeling that it was gonna happen because his showers were getting really long. Somebody that wasn't smelling any better. And all of a sudden, why do we have Amazon packages with new socks? Like, who's going through these new socks so fucking fast? Like,
My
I don't even look at his laundry. I just kind of close, like, when I get to the laundry, I open the door, close my eyes, and stick it in the hole, which is, you know, it's like the basic tenets of all sex ed. So you gotta learn how to do it. He's lucky though, because at least he gets to do whatever he's doing. I have not masturbated entire quarantine. Who's that beeping? Is there an Amber Alert?
I got it. It was a mic that was like misconnected.
Okay. Yeah. Like I haven't been able to, you know, click my mouse or anything like that because it's a privacy issue. Well, that and I have one sex toy. I'm probably aging myself by telling you guys this, but do you guys remember this sex toy called the Rabbit? That shit is so loud. You turn that shit on and you close your eyes and it just feels like you're jacking off in the middle of Jamba Juice. Like 12 blenders, surround sound, and forget trying to have phone sex with somebody. Like if I try to call a guy while I'm like, you know, scratching the old record, it's just gonna sound like I'm pulverizing a protein shake directly into my pussy. It's just not a good look. I also haven't done any of that shit because I am quarantined with my parents. Anybody else? Like, am I the only person that has not been spared the indignity of being quarantined with their mom and dad? Guys, I'm gonna be 40 years old in May. Okay, like they've been here with me for a year ever since the pandemic started. I have to leave my house to suck dick. Like that's so inconvenient. It's so inconvenient, and it's just weird having them around. Like in some ways more so than others. It's just it's a privacy issue. Like my dad's a medical professional, so he and I have had some really awkward conversations ever since COVID-19 happened. Like he sent me an email that had a list of sexual positions that were approved for minimizing contact, which that's weird, right? First of all, he signed it "Love Dad." I think maybe this was him trying to give me permission to go out and get some, because as hard as it is for me to not be able to, you know, suck dick in my own house, it's just, I'm pretty sure it's also depressing for them to have to watch me, you know, to see me horny and bored and pissed off at the same time on Microsoft Teams with my coworkers pretending to pay attention, and I'm secretly watching Pornhub on my mobile. Like, get the fuck out of here, Ivy. Like, it's fine. But I feel like there's still like a safety issue, you know, because what if people are asymptomatic? What if the person I fuck has COVID and then they give it to me? I'm asymptomatic. I come home, I high five my dad. Yeah, bitch, I finally got some. And then he yawns, catches COVID, and dies. Right? I don't know if I'm ready to have to write all of that on the GoFundMe that I have to set up for their funeral. I think there's less of a chance of that happening though, because this week my dad and I, on a complete technicality, realized we were qualified for getting the COVID vaccine. So we got it. And here's the thing that's wild. Like, a lot of people, they're just like, okay, so you have to be over 75 or you have to be a healthcare worker. And I looked at the actual CDC guidelines because my day job, I read contracts, right? So like I looked at all of the things that were involved in the CDC guidelines. And one of the things that was included in healthcare personnel included a provision for volunteer workers. And so my volunteer work, some of you guys may know this, I am a sex educator. And by that, I mean, I tell people through email, on the phone, what they can and cannot put in their ass. That counts as medical work, apparently. And my father, like I said, he's a medical professional. The hospital that he runs is in Asia, but that being said, he's still a fucking medical professional. So we made our appointments, we went and got the vaccine. And you know what's crazy? We brought proof that we did these things for a living, and nobody fucking asked us for proof. And I'm guessing that they just took a look at the two Filipinos in the car and assumed that we were nurses. Bitch, I have never been so happy to fulfill a stereotype in my entire life. So that's a flex, man. Now I got the COVID vaccine and go back to raw dogging life. I can talk to a guy like normal. Have you gotten tested? What do you got? I got the COVID vaccine. What do you have? Do you have COVID? No, I've got herpes. All right, come on in. What else do you worry about? Like, I don't know. It was cool. Like me and my dad and I drove back from Santa Cruz because that's where I got the vaccine. And I was really proud of myself because I did not have road rage for the majority of the time, except for the last 10 minutes of the drive. And here's the thing, man. As an Asian person, I try to be the best Asian I can be, and not on some Andrew Yang bullshit. Like, and he was just like, let's prove we're American. Let's prove that we're good and that we like American and apple pies and hoorah. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't have to prove any of that or do any of that to prove that I'm a good American, because I know that I'm a good American and I'm a great Asian American person. That, unfortunately for me, does not apply to how I view other Asian drivers. That's the one thing that I, for some reason, get really mad, because I feel like as an Asian woman that drives behind the wheel, I feel like I try so hard to, to be a great driver. And then when I see somebody that doesn't have the same kind of, that doesn't have the same ambitions as me, I get really mad, because I feel like those people are perpetuating horrible stereotypes. And I hate to say it, man, but shit comes out of my mouth when I am getting cut off with somebody that I realize probably looks like me in a lineup. Bitch, are you late picking up your kids from Kumon? What's the rush? Is Ranch 99 having a sale?
Oh shit.
Do you also here's the thing, sorry. I completely slipped up. Completely fucked up that joke. Anyway, I try really hard to be a good driver. So anyway, how much time do I have left, Ruben? I feel like I've been babbling, huh?
You want 3 more minutes?
Cool, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So if I have anything new I want to try, so I'm in law school, guys. Yeah. Ooh, that's really hard. No, it's not. So I'm in a program, and I've been trying to be a good example, because now my son is also doing Zoom school. So I figured, hey, this is great, because now we can see that mommy's on Zoom classes and mommy's doing online school and mommy's succeeding. And instead, he walks by, he looks at my desk, he's just like, you said I can't even have 4 tabs open. Why do you have 4 monitors? And I said, fuck you, bro. I'm not in middle school. Go read a book. Like, part of my assignments this week were to draft my first contracts. And instead of drafting contracts, I had to spend 4 hours reading and summarizing a book for this motherfucker. And it was a book, I forgot what the title of it was, but it was basically Training Day. You know the movie Training Day? But it was Training Day, except in feudal Japan with horses. And I was just like, bitch, when I was your age, we had to read Bridge to fucking Terabithia. I was like, this book was tight. Like, they had a kid that went undercover with a judge who ditched him to go undercover with a bunch of actors who he had to chase into a prostitution bar and get in a fight. And I'm just like, wow, dude, Tom Sawyer was not nearly this prolific. You kind of learn a lot about what kind of kid you raise when you hear the way they talk while they're playing PS4. Like, I have actually been listening just to make sure. I don't care if he talks shit. I just don't want to hear, like, swear words or racial slurs. But if he wants to call somebody a pussy, that's totally fine. I draw the line. Like, you could say pussy. You could call this guy a dick. But if I hear you say the N-word or anything like that, like, we are going to go out into the front yard and office space this PS4. I feel like because he plays so much GTA, it was super funny. The best part was when my son was playing GTA and my mother was narrating it. Like, that was the best thing. Like, my 13-year-old son showing a little Asian lady, my mom, how to play GTA. I'm like, you can't be on 880 with that shit, man. Like, this is a bad example. So we have been spending a lot of time together. I think I'm going to close out like talking about like more dating stuff, man. Like, I realize that I now have the vaccine and things are opening up again. I just don't know how I feel necessarily about going out and, putting myself out in the world again. Just, this is a whole new generation of like post-quarantine hornballs. I know people are going to go full force, and I just don't know if I'm prepared to have to explain to a whole new generation of people what kind of sex I like to have, and knowing that they're probably going to judge me for it. Because check this out. I'm gonna be 40 years old in May. Yeah, man. Like I realize Asian don't raisin. And the thing is, like, I have realized I like really rough sex. Yeah. Okay. So, like, are we getting that? The pulling and the choking and the bam. Like, I just want to feel something because when you guys get to be my age, you're dead inside. And I don't have a problem explaining this to, maybe dudes my age. I mean, like, I think BMO's maybe the only person that's as old as me here. Maybe. Are you? You're in your.
Facts.
You're the one person
38,
that's not-
son. Facts.
What's that?
38.
38. Okay, see, like, you're not a fucking 25-year-old person. So, like, I feel like people in that generation, they don't judge. Like, they get it. It's like, what you need, baby? Fuck me up, daddy. All right, baby, I got you. And then he spits, like, towards the left of my mouth, and then that's my night. I can't do this with a younger guy. Like a younger guy, they're so sensitive. They want to talk about permission and pronouns and boundaries. And I'm just like, is this an HR meeting or a booty call? Like, you got 45 minutes to bust this nut so I can go home to my kid. Like, it's just, I'm not ready, man. They ask really stupid, invasive questions. Like, they think something's wrong with you psychologically for wanting to get slapped around a little. It's like, Ivy, let me ask you a question. I think you're a really cool girl, but I just don't understand, like, what happened to you where you want me to choke you in bed? Like, is that a valid question? And I was like, well, Todd, can I ask you a valid question? Did I stutter? I don't understand what part of choke me daddy required further clarification. And I'm sorry, this kind of judgment and side eye from the generation that made it cool to eat ass, get the fuck out of my face. All right, I think I gotta say one responsible thing before I get out of here, or before you guys start the interview. I want to talk about boundaries and consent. Yeah. I know. I'm contractually obligated because for every 5 dicks I mention, I got to talk about one safety measure. So, I mean, I don't want you guys to think that it's cool to go choke some random bitch, especially, oh, kitty. I don't want somebody saying, hey, that Filipino comic told me I could do it, and then Filipinos get canceled for reasons other than 90 Day Fiance. And I also don't want the comics here that actually know me to think that, my room's some sort of cage fight fucking sex dungeon situation. So here are my boundaries, you guys. If you choke or slap me in bed and the sex lasts for less than 5 minutes, I'm calling the cops. Alrighty.
Give it up for Ivy Cordova, everyone. Give it up for her. She's wonderful. Ivy, I asked this question to all the guests on OK So Like, every guest that's ever been on this show, that when I'm hosting, I ask this question. How are you?
I'm great, all things considered.
That's good. That's genuinely good. We do have a couple audience questions for you. Chonkla Gladiator, again, this fucking pervert, just asking so many questions. She says, you always dress so great. How has your style evolved?
Let's see. How's my style evolved? I went from not knowing how to dress myself to looking at Pinterest all the time, and I just pretend to be classy. Pretty much it, man. Because left to my own devices, I would probably wear the same jeans with like holes in the crotch and other places. But as I've gotten older, I'm realizing, okay, well, maybe I should own more shoes than the 5 pairs of Vans that I've got in the house. So that's where I'm at. I'm trying to be age appropriate, trying not to be like super, like I just don't want to look like an anime character at the age of 40. Like, that's where I'm at.
Well, now hold on. What's wrong with that?
I mean,
if I could look like an anime character at the age,
I guess I just don't want to see. I guess I just don't want to go out in the world and recognize myself on some white guy's shirt. You know what I mean? That's where I'm going with this.
So no blue hair. That's fine.
Ruben looks like One Punch Man.
I do look like One Punch Man.
Googling One Punch Man.
I look like One Punch step uncle. I have another question. Another question for you here is, ask her, how does she come up with her jokes? Where does it I mean, what a vague question. Hey, that stuff you just said, where'd it come from?
No, I talk about stuff that actually happens to me. Like there's stuff that happens, and I figure out a way to translate it to stand-up comedy, because there are people that they think they want to do stand-up comedy, and when you actually do hear their set, it's you could tell right away that they will go to a lot of parties where they're the drunkest person there, and those people they need to try stand-up comedy. Like the kind of people that you see when you go to like fucking Florence bar in Fremont. Oops, did I say
I'm right here.
and yeah, like I try to translate it and make it relatable, but I have never actually written like a fictional joke from beginning to end. Like, this is legit stuff that's happened to me. I just try to make people laugh at the shit that used to make me want to cry.
I think that is the most genuine. Like, I think that's most of us are like, yeah, this thing that I've thought about since I was like 8 years old, and I'm severely like uncomfortable talking about. Yeah, let's see if people laugh at it. There have been a lot of things where I'm like, oh yeah, my deepest, darkest insecurities, let's talk about them on stage. And if someone brings them up off stage, I'm like, why are you talking about that?
Right? Like, and I feel like that disappoints people that I sleep with, because I think I feel like they expect me to just carry like whips and floggers in my trunk or something. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, there's soccer balls in there. The flogs are in the other closet. No, I think they expect me to be like some sort of like plastic wearing, like crazy ass dominatrix, and then I'm just as boring as anybody else in bed. So
I was gonna say, I get a lot of like when people talk to me off stage, when they see me on stage and they talk to me off stage, they like want to continue the bit.
yeah.
Do you get? Does that? Yeah. Does that happen to you a lot, all the time?
All the time. Like, there's so many people that I feel like it disappoints people, because when I'm off stage and I'm talking to somebody that I don't know, I think they're expecting that person that they saw on stage, that very bold, like fucking obscene person, that not really a character because it is who I am, but
yeah,
just they expect that person to carry off into the rest of my life. Like, they probably think I go to my office and talk to people like that. Like, that's insane. Like, I don't know. I guess to me, because I feel like there's a differentiation between who I am as a human versus what you guys see on stage.
100%.
And I think what annoys me is when I encounter, I try not to do this, because I know it for sure. It annoys me when I'm around comics that can't turn it off. I'm just, you can talk to me about more things other than dicks, guys. Come on.
I'm right here.
I know for me, it's always fun when I get off stage and a stranger comes up to me and continues to tell me how ugly I am. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's the bit I did. Thank you. Like, and they're like, yeah, but you look like this other ugly thing. And I'm like, yeah, no, I get that. Thank you. One time I was doing a show and it was me. I oddly enough, I think it was Ryan Goodcase and another comic. And
Ryan again?
The person was like, you were so funny, Ryan. They look at the other person, they're like, you were, and it was Sereni, and they go, oh, can we take a picture? You were so funny. And she's like, yeah. They take a picture. They look at me and they go, you did look like that ugly rat. And I was like,
fuck.
Cool.
Stab them. Fuck that.
Well, I do, Ivy. I would say you are very much a mama bear in the scene, and I absolutely love how much of a mama bear you are. But I also hate that because you're not that much older than me. Like, you're really not.
No.
We are closer in age than I am with some of these other comics, and it's like, but you're very protective, and I think that's what draws a lot of people to want to work with you or be around you, because if somebody acts up, you're not afraid to be like, hey, shithead, you're being a shithead, and it rules.
Has that ever happened to you personally, Ruben? I'd love to hear about it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, no, Ivy's never. I've never upset Ivy in my life.
Yeah, there have been times where I think Santa Cruz, I think I yelled at some dude for calling another comic the gay F word when he was on stage.
What the hell?
Oh.
Yeah, and I remember I went right up to him and I was just like, what the fuck? Say it again. Like, what the fuck did you say? Oh, because you're a woman, your feelings matter. And I was like, this isn't about my feelings, dick. Say what the fuck
about
you
not
said.
being a shithead.
Yeah, and then he tried to charge me and I knocked him down. I was just like, no. I was like, go pick your ass up off the floor before somebody takes a broom and does it for you.
That's right. Ryan Goodcase sucks.
No, I
feel bad. You know who's actually witnessed me pop off the most is probably, have you guys ever worked with Mean Dave?
Yeah.
Dave's got stories like, people getting, like, people trying to fight me on BART. Like, it's been wild. wild. And he was just like, Ivy, just don't get arrested. Don't get arrested. Don't get arrested. He was like, because I can't pick you up. I can't drive you. I can't.
I mean, Dave cannot do anything. He's like, I am the
Ivy, if
worst
you get
person.
Ivy, if you get arrested, I don't have a ride home. No, people just don't want me to get arrested. And I care. And I appreciate that because they're looking out for me too.
I remember one time we were in Santa Cruz together and we are doing the Blue Lagoon, and I did my I'm ugly, and the whole time this woman goes, oh, and I'm like, relax, lady. It's like she was like being protective of me to my own jokes, and then I was like, chill out. And then afterwards, she comes up to me and she hugs me. She goes, "Can I hug you?" I'm like, "Sure," and she holds me for far too long.
That's gross.
Hold on. And I was like, oh God. And I like, and she goes, "I want to ride your mustache." And I was like, oh no. And like, I let go and she didn't let go. And you were there, Ivy. This is the best part is you were there. And I walk up to you and I go, "Ivy, that woman just told me she wants to ride my mustache." She goes, "That woman?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh God, she's coming over here." And you grab me and you just go, "You were so funny tonight. Oh my gosh."
That's right.
I was like, "Ivy, thank you so much." Like,
let's go, babe.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what to do here, and I'm uncomfortable.
I'm like, let's go to the bathroom now. Just no.
Yeah. But so that's why you very much do have like you want to protect everyone in a good way, like because I was getting accosted by an old woman, and I was not a fan of it. So. No. I'm not Austin. Just kidding. It was an adult, not a child. Even when he's not on stage, I still, have to make fun of him. Ivy, we are winding down to a close, but I do have one final question. Sure. What's your favorite thing about Jake?
I love his sense of humor.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fun. That's actually really cool. Do you? I said one final question, but this is a good follow-up. Do you think Jake would ever become a comic?
I don't think he'd become a comic. I don't know that he'd enjoy like the stuff that I have to do, like it's work. Like it's also like ultimately at the end of the day it's work, and it requires a lot more than just getting up on stage and like talking shit. There's something that he and probably like people that don't really know what it's like to be a comic, like the stuff that they don't see. I don't know, and this is me like basing this on what Jake's like at the age of 13. I don't think he has the drive to be a comic. But I think he's funny in a lot of other ways. Like I could see him like being in a writer's room or something. Like that's probably his show.
That rules. I'm sure that he would genuinely love to hear him. And here he is now.
Doesn't he write your jokes word for word?
Yeah, he writes them 100%.
He was like, "Mom, tell him about the time." No.
He's like, "Mom, I jack off for your jokes." I'm writing a bit, Mom. I'm writing you a bit.
My extracurricular activities got you a Netflix special. No. God forbid. I can't imagine.
And we're out of conditioner.
Well, the one day you do walk in on him, the day you will have a very good bit. Guys, give it up for one more time for Ivy Cordova. Give it up for all the comics you saw tonight. Thank you so much for coming to OK So Like. Remember one more time, if you're watching on YouTube, Venmo is at PYP Comedy. Shoot these comics some money. They'll get it. They're going to have it takes care of dinner or whatever. It's nice to have a little bit of extra income, especially with everything going on. We don't know what's going back to normal or what. So thank you again to everyone who is here. You guys have all been wonderful. You've been a wonderful audience, and have a good night. Bye.